Venerable Joseph the Much-Ailing of the Kiev Caves. April 4th. Afflicted by a severe illness from childhood, Joseph is miraculously healed by the Theotokos and Saint Nicholas, leading him to dedicate his life as a monk of the Kiev Caves Lavra, a heads-up in the spirit of transparency. Please be advised that this content may include severe illness. The Venerable Joseph, known as the Much-Ailing, lived during the 14th century as a monk of the Kiev Caves Lavra. His early life was marked by a grave and debilitating illness that caused him constant suffering from his youth. This persistent affliction became the defining characteristic of his early years, leading to the name by which he is remembered. In the midst of his physical trials, Joseph turned to God with fervent and unceasing prayer, earnestly seeking healing from his infirmity. His supplications were heard. In a vision, the most holy Theotokos appeared to him, accompanied by Saint Nicholas. Through this divine visitation, Joseph was miraculously healed of his sickness. This healing was a direct manifestation of God's mercy and a turning point in his life. Following this profound experience, Joseph was brought to the gates of the Kiev Caves Monastery. There, he embraced the monastic life, receiving tonsure and dedicating the remainder of his days to serving God and the monastic brotherhood. His life in the monastery became a testament to spiritual struggle and the cultivation of virtue. As a monk, Joseph was known for several core ascetic practices that shaped his spiritual journey. He cultivated profound humility, considering himself the least among the brethren. This humility was evident in his willingness to serve others without seeking recognition or personal gain. He performed all tasks assigned to him with a spirit of quiet submission, always placing the needs of the monastic community before his own desires. His actions demonstrated a deep inner conviction that true greatness lies in self-effacement and service. He practiced strict fasting, disciplining his body and senses. This rigorous self-denial was not an end in itself, but a means to purify his heart and mind, allowing him to draw closer to God. Through fasting, he gained mastery over his physical passions, making his body a willing instrument for spiritual growth. This discipline strengthened his will and deepened his capacity for prayer. Joseph was also distinguished by his unwavering obedience to the abbot and the established monastic rule. He understood obedience as a path to spiritual freedom, trusting in God's providence as expressed through his spiritual father. He submitted his personal will, finding peace and spiritual growth in this discipline, recognizing it as a cornerstone of communal life and individual salvation. Above all, his life was characterized by unceasing prayer. This continuous communion with God was the bedrock of his spiritual existence. Whether in his cell, during liturgical services, or while engaged in his daily duties, Joseph maintained a constant inner dialogue with the divine. His prayer was a continuation of the fervent supplication that had preceded his miraculous healing, now deepened and broadened to encompass all aspects of his life. This prayer transformed his inner being, filling him with spiritual peace and strength, and making him a living witness to the power of constant communion with God. The Venerable Joseph's life demonstrated the transformative power of God's grace and the efficacy of ascetic struggle. His journey from severe physical suffering to a life of profound spiritual discipline showed how affliction, when met with faith and prayer, can lead one to a deeper relationship with the divine. His healing was not merely a physical cure, but a call to a higher spiritual purpose, which he embraced fully through his monastic vows and practices. After a life dedicated entirely to God and the pursuit of holiness through these virtues, the Venerable Joseph reposed peacefully in the Lord. His earthly struggle concluded, and he passed into eternal rest. His holy relics now rest in the far caves of the Kiev Lavra, where they are venerated by the faithful, serving as a reminder of his holy life and an encouragement to emulate his virtues.